Hey friends, so we're gonna start with this part of our strategy, talking about how you can really serve your customers who are on subscription. And I find that a lot of times these can be our customers that sometimes we let slip through the cracks when it comes to giving them a little extra focus and TLC because they're consistent, right? But really, they're the ones who deserve a lot of our attention because they are the basis of our businesses. And so we like to really spend time developing relationships with those customers who are on subscription and making sure that we let them know how much we appreciate them. So here are a few strategies that we're going to go through very quickly about how to best take care of your customers who are on subscription. The first thing is we want to make sure that we thank them for their loyalty. Okay. And there are a few ways that we do this and just kind of show them their loyalty. And that is that we are going to send them a first of the month text. Okay. Now, this is simple. We like to keep our systems simple. So at the beginning of every month, once we know the free items that we get with purchase, then we can create this text. Now, we've provided you some samples, so you can take those and customize those and make them your own. But these are some things that I like to include in that text. The first one is I make sure that every single month, somehow I thank them. Now that sounds super simple, right? But it's really easy to overlook when we're thinking about, okay, we need to make sure that they know this, and we need to make sure that they know about this happening this month. And just really taking the time to give them a special thank you. So I'll just with words, so saying things like, thank you so much for being part of my family's small business. Or I want you to know that I appreciate you so much and I'm glad you're part of our oily community. Or, hey, here is your big virtual hug for being a loyal customer. Those kinds of things can go a long way with just connecting with that customer who is on subscription and making them feel value for being a part of your team. In that text, we also make sure to highlight the month's, highlights, the things that are going on that month. It'll start with like gifts with purchase. You can you don't have to recreate these things. Okay. So if you need information about the gifts with purchase or you need graphics, then we love to pull those from the Life Steps app. They are there for you and easy to use. So you can grab those really easily. I also make sure that I highlight my personal team's items in that first of the month text. Maybe there's a team class that we're doing together on Zoom or a local class that's happening, and I can include some of the details in that first of the month text so that they're ready to jump into that education. I like to invite them to other types of education as well. There are a few things that I do periodically through the text to invite them to education. One is to point them to education that's already in Life Steps. So if there's something that your team is focusing on that month, then you can send them a link to that education right in Life Steps. You can also create in Project Broadcast, which is a great program that I like to use for mass texting, campaigns for education, where you can send them a tip for a week about Thieves products. And you can use your first of the month text to prompt them to opt into that education for the next week. That's a super fun way to send out education to people who may not be plugged in to social media, which is a much more and more difficult platform, right, to work with. So it's nice to have some other avenues. And then lastly, I love to use the text to invite them to education by inviting them to our Empower groups. And you'll learn a little bit more about that in some other content, but those Empower groups allow them to learn about the lifestyle. And so you can send a link there for them to do that as well. And then lastly, in that first of the month text, we want to make sure that maybe not every single month, but every few months we remind them of their referral link, where to find that, or you can even provide it for them because we are a referral business, right? And so we want especially our loyal customers to know that they have an opportunity to share with their friends and family by simply using their referral link. And we want to make it that simple for them all the time. And they need that reminder constantly. So I'll send that in that first of the month text as well. All right, so Julie's going to share some other great strategies that we use with these customers who are on subscription.
We want to make our customers feel rewarded for shopping from Young Living. Now, Young Living does an amazing job of that by providing freebies with their purchase. At 100 PV, you're getting free shipping. At 190, you're getting some freebies and on up. But personally, I want to make sure my people feel loved, feel seen, and feel appreciated. And so there are some really fun things that we can do as leaders of our team to make our customers feel just seen, heard, and loved. And one of those is sending a monthly, maybe a digital thank you gift. Like April was talking about, it is so important to thank our customers and our brand partners for ordering faithfully from Young Living. And so you can come up with all kinds of fun things, printables, labels they can print, recipes. There's just really unlimited potential there. Again, you can find things in the Life Steps app. You can go on Etsy and purchase from someone who is way more gifted than people like me at creating beautiful things. There's just so much out there to offer, and you can send that to them digitally. A lot of times they're not looking for those things, and so they don't even know that they're out there. And when you send that to them as a gift, maybe a beautiful recipe for how to make thieves cleaner festive for fall, or festive for Christmas, or springy for the spring. You can do things seasonally. They don't even know to look for that, and you make them feel really special by being thought of. You could also do something more quarterly if you have a big team and it's more expensive to send things out in the mail. Quarterly, you can put something in the mail for them, like some really cute stickers to put on their oil bottles. It's very economical to send things that are flat. So I try not to do so many rollers, because rollers cost like $3 to $4 to mail. But I can send stickers. I can send recipe cards. I can send labels. I can send little felt shapes that have oil drops on them. So there's unlimited amount of things that you can mail as well. You can also do decals for your diffuser and dress up your diffuser with some fun stickers. So there's a lot you can do there too. And you can make these things fun and promotional, like saying, hey, if you process your subscription order by the 10th of the month, you'll get one of these things from me, or you'll receive this in the mail from me. And that could be even fun samples of product. That's a great way to get product in their hands that maybe they haven't tried before. I love sending out slivers of the charcoal bar soap. I love sending out the Thieves whitening toothpaste, samples of our lavender lotion. There are so many great products outside of our oils that our members haven't tried yet. And so doing an incentive like process in the first 10 days of the month, so you'll receive this, or this, is a great way to get those things in their hands. You can also incentivize a 500 club. And that is something that was started years ago by a diamond, who I think a Royal Crown diamond, who was like, you know what, if your order plus other people's orders equals 500, you're a star, first of all. And second of all, you are in the 500 club. And that 500 club can look however you want it to. But that is a great opportunity for people to start referring and start bringing in new customers, whether they're brand partners or not, and getting their volume up to 500. Now, sometimes people will spend 500 on their own, especially in months like October and November, when we have holiday catalog, we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. A lot of times they'll do all their shopping at once, or they'll stock up on their Ningxia Red, or they will just shop a whole lot more in that month. And so shooting for a 500 club month in October, November, or even December is a great way to boost your volume and to reward your customers for being loyal. You can also do a monthly loyalty giveaway. That is something really fun our team did last year, and I'm being reminded that it was really fun. Every month I would have a, what did I call it? It was a monthly loyalty it was a drawing. And so everyone who subscribed to Young Living received a loyalty order, was entered to win. And at the end of the month, I would draw them for a fun prize. One of those things was a pop socket, this really cute pop socket that you can put your oil on. I did cute labels. I did Young Living product, accessories, just really fun things that every month people would see and think, "Ooh, I want to be entered to win that." And also remember that, hey, I'm thanking them for being loyal customers every single month. And as a way to serve them, I want to make sure that they remember to update their order. Young Living does a good job of making sure they send out reminders, but sometimes people don't receive those. Maybe they are not opted into Young Living emails. And so I feel like it's really important to weekly send out a reminder to all of my subscription customers to let them know, hey, your order's coming up. Be sure to log in and update your order based on your needs this month. If you need any ideas, these are some of the things I'm ordering. I keep the message very simple, but I make sure they have all the information that they need. It's also a great time to remind them of the freebies that month. It's a great time to remind them of any giveaways that you're hosting, and just make sure that, again, that they're thanked. So I always say, thank you so much for your loyalty to Young Living and to our family business. And then sometimes, guys, our orders have an error, and those customers don't necessarily know that it happened unless they are very diligent on checking their bank account or checking their Young Living account. And so it is important weekly to check in with those people. And I always say, hi, friend, it looks like your Young Living order had an error this month. I would love to help you with that. Can I reach out to Young Living for you? And that's an opportunity for them to say, oh, I forgot to update my card. Let me go in and do that. Or, oh, I decided not to place an order this month, so I just skipped. That gives me a chance to make sure I'm engaging well with that person and continuing to build on that relationship. So checking in on those errors, helping in any way I can by reaching out to Young Living for them, because I would much rather be the one waiting in line with customer service or with our leadership line than have them wait in line. That is my way of serving them and loving on them well. So like April said, we are providing you some of this wording and some of these tips in our document, and you can access that. You can use that to help yourself lead your team, but also to help train your builders, your brand partners on how to take care of their subscription members well.